Yeah, welcome. Welcome, everybody, to today's podcast. You're not going to want to miss this one. We're going to keep it short and sweet, but it is just for you, and it's something that everybody needs to hear, men and women. Little something called me time. What's it mean? Me time. And you're probably not getting enough of it, but there's a ton of reasons why you should. It reboots the brain, it helps you unwind, improves concentration, makes us more productive, gives us space for self-discovery, allows us time for deep thoughts, which we all know the world could use more of those. It also aids your ability for problem solving. And most importantly, in my opinion, it enhances all of your relationships. Yeah, did you know that? It's true. A study at the University of Michigan has found that a lack of privacy or me time is a bigger cause of unhappiness in marriages than the less satisfying sex life. That's Hey, I just report the news, people. I don't make it. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So I have been preaching, for lack of a better term, this me time to clients for years now, and how important it really truly is in our lives. I know how important it is for me in my life. Just even before I was an owner of a global online fitness corporation. Before all of that, just when I was a single dad, just trying to raise three kids, work a full-time job or two, just the need for me time. Uh, it's not always alone time, but for me, I prefer my me time to be alone time. And there's a ton of different ways that you can get me time in. A lot of people, but I don't have time for me. Or even worse, they start feeling guilty and selfish for taking time for themselves. But we're going to dispel all those bullshit thoughts and myths in our head on why you should not feel guilty for having some me time. All right, let's dig into a lot of the benefits of me time and why you should, if you can't get it, if you can't take large chunks of me time throughout the week. Let's say you don't have an hour to 3 hours to just block out for yourself. Let's just say you're that busy. All right, you can get 5, 10, 15, 20, 30-minute sessions each day. All you got to do is wake up. If you woke up 20 minutes earlier, especially if you live in a household where like you got kids and stuff, wake up 20 minutes before they do, you got quiet time. All right, that's one of the reasons I like to wake up early. I like to have me time throughout the day, little breaks, little something for myself. You know what I mean? It's extremely important. It helps me reset all sorts of stuff, stress, anxiety. It just reboots the computer. It's like shutting off the phone and restarting it. Because if you don't restart your phone on these smartphones nowadays, what's it tell you? Little warning will pop up. Yo, bro, it's been like 7 days since you restarted this device. It needs to reboot. It needs to reboot. It's an electronic device. It needs rebooting. Your brain is a lot like that. It needs rebooting. And the more often you can reboot it, the more efficient it's going to work. That's just real talk. Science has proven that. We're not going to dig into too many scientific studies today. However, we are going to talk a lot about me time. All right, let's go over some stats. There's a gender gap when it comes to me time, especially in relationships. So dudes will typically get like 28 hours of leisure time per week, but women only 25. And of the 25 hours they get, they're actually spending a lot of that time, like they're doing an extra 10 hours of stuff where they're multitasking. They might be juggling housework, childcare, who knows what, but it's not like they're multitasking. So when you're multitasking, you're operating at an elevated stress level anyway. Even if you're good at multitasking, even if you're good at it, it just increases your need for more me time. 29% of spouses say they don't have enough privacy or time for themselves in a relationship. 31% of women say that, and 26% of men. Why do you think that is? Well, because men generally get more me time anyway throughout the week. I don't know why, but they do. Maybe they're out with, maybe it's guys' night. Maybe girls need more girls' night. I don't know. But yeah, per day, men generally have 5.6 hours of what would technically be considered leisure time or me time. why women have less than 5 hours. So, and you know, how you spend that is ultimately going to be up to you. Now, I got some tips, tricks on, and some opinions on how me time should be spent, but we're going to get to those in a minute. Here's some positive stuff about incorporating me time into your daily or weekly routine. I got me time put in my calendars. All right. I got it on my daily calendar. I got it on my weekly calendar and my monthly, and I separate it out. I like to have little moments throughout my day. Some days I'll go take a nap. I don't mean fall asleep on the couch because I'm so tired. I mean, no, like I get in the bed, I fluff the pillows, crawl under the blankets, dim the lights, and I schedule my nap. Do a 20, 30-minute nap, set the alarm, boom, wake up extremely refreshed. Extremely refreshed. Now, I don't nap every day. I don't want to make a habit of it. Like, I don't want to set my circadian rhythm to 2 p.m. All of a sudden, I just start getting real tired because every day is not a nap day for me. Some days at 2 p.m., I need to be in the gym hitting it. Some days at 2 p.m., I need to be online taking care of clients or running a company. But I put them intermittently throughout my week because I enjoy a nap now and then. And who doesn't, right? Getting that me time, man, whether it's going for a walk, whatever. One of the most important things I found is you need to shut off the damn phones. Shut them off. Shut off notifications. Turn them off. Turn them off. Don't, unless you got to set an alarm to wake up for a nap or something, just shut them off. Make sure all the notifications are muted. And get the hell off social media. We spend enough time on social media anyway. So when it's me time, shut it down. Wow. Somebody's spending their me time flying an airplane right over my house, and I live in a small town. That could be my buddy Kyle. He's got a plane, and when he wants me time, he goes up in the air and flies his plane. Sometimes he takes his wife, and they have a little us time up in the air. But you see what I mean? They get escape from the kiddos, and they go do a hobby, something that they enjoy. The reason it's important, guys, you're going to be more productive and more balanced in your work life. You're going to have a greater sense of well-being. And when you do work, your engagement is going to be much higher. A lot of people's favorite ways to spend time is watching TV, socializing, and communicating, which these days happens a lot on the cellular devices. And then sports, exercise, and recreation, right? Tennis, basketball, joining softball leagues, things like that, hitting the gym, going to gym workout classes, doing yoga, Pilates, things like that. I do recommend waking up and starting your day with me time. Now, that's a personal opinion, but I find that highly successful people, especially this is important if you cohabitate or you have kids in the house or other people's, and you don't wake up to a quiet house, you want to be up before them. You want to get your mindset right. I like to spend my mornings doing mindset work. Maybe I'm sipping coffee, but I'm getting my thoughts in order and I'm clearing out any junk thoughts. And I'm spending the moment with some me time just with myself. I say some positive affirmations. I reflect on life, on how far I've come. I take a moment and I eliminate thoughts and I get quiet and I just soak in everything. I soak in the birds chirping outside, soak in the weather. How relaxed am I feeling? How well did I sleep? Just soak it in, happy to be alive. Even if it's only like 5 or 10 minutes that I get that moment's really important in my day and I need quiet. Which is probably a big reason why I choose to live alone. But even for those that don't live alone, you can wake up, you can create space. If your partner's still asleep, then you can go into another room and sip your morning coffee or hot tea or water or whatever your morning thing is and just have those few moments, to yourself. Another great way to get some alone time, let's say you're working in a busy office, shut the door. If people don't respect the shut door, then lock the damn door. Make them not put do not disturb on the door. Sometimes, people around you in life, when you start something new, they got to adjust to. But we're going to go over how to make it easy for them to adjust where they don't take it the wrong way and confuse you loving and respecting yourself and your time as something something negative for them. All right, the first thing I suggest, start your day off with a little me time. Right off the bat, wake up 20 minutes early if you need to. You can also take lunch breaks outside of the park. That's a great thing. You don't have to go to the company break room. You can go outside and eat alone, have a little me time, a little quiet time. I also highly recommend putting dates on the calendar where once a week you got it scheduled in, and you respect that just like you would respect any other appointment. And you respect yourself when you schedule something to do with yourself. You can go out to eat lunch with yourself. You can go see a movie. Make monthly dates with yourself. Go hiking, go kayaking, get your mani pedis done, get your hair did, whatever it is, but put it in the calendar and stick to it and respect it and ditch the guilt. Remember that when you take care of yourself, this keeps you from burning out, and it's also going to help you be a better parent, a better partner, a better friend, and a better coworker all around. Don't go up, don't go up to your partner and be like, yo, I need space. They're going to take that wrong. Just share what you're doing. Yeah, I joined a softball team. I'm gonna be doing this on these nights. Hey, I got this new hobby. I'll be kayaking. Hey, I've really enjoyed hiking alone. I'm gonna start doing that. I got a gym membership. I'll be working out with this personal trainer now, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. It's a little me time. Just focusing on my health, doing a little self-love so I can be a better person for the family, for the team, for the unit, for the relationship, but for myself. It's gonna rub off on everybody. Don't spend a lot of time with trying to decide what to do. Like, you could hire a babysitter every night of the week, even if you don't have a date or a plan, and you need to stick to it. Let that babysitter show up, even if you just go for a long walk. You could do anything like that. But keep that time. Don't waste a lot of time trying to figure out what to do. You're going to create decision fatigue and only increase your stress levels. Rethink how you spend your time doing stuff that's like maybe not me time. So instead of being like, I've got to go home to the kids, I get to go home and spend time with my kids. I have to go to work. I get to go to work and, focus on my career and my and smash my goals financially. I have to go to the gym. You don't have to do shit. You want to go to the gym. I get to go to the gym. I get to go stay healthy and take responsibility like for my life and my health. Like, these are opportunities. And that's how our mind should think about things that we do, tasks that we have to do throughout the week. Changing the way you think about how you're investing your time in your life makes it more meaningful. When you change your mindset about the tasks that you're doing, like when you start thinking to yourself, I get to spend time with my kids, that time that you spend with your kids now becomes a much higher quality. You look at it as an opportunity to really make a connection there or to enrich their life. And just be a better parent. Same way at work. I get to go to work. When you get the opportunity to do something, you're more fully invested. Here's some other good ways that let's say you don't have me time, you don't know what to do. Here's some great stuff that you can get started in to start investing in some me time. All right, you can invest in a good book, musical instrument, video game, or stuff to play like sports. Products that give you experiences versus purely material shit or goods. Sorry. Uh, make us just as happy as life experiences like vacations, and like travel and other experiences like that. So like, look at it. So if you invest in a product that gives you an experience, that'd be like buying a guitar and learning to play it. You're experiencing something. And that makes you feel like you're living a more competent life, more well-rounded. And vacations, right? Vacations, they help you feel like more connected to others and the rest of the world, traveling to new places and meeting new people and new cultures. So if you're going to invest, I would invest in something that will give you experience. It doesn't have to be a musical instrument. It could be a hobby. It could be painting. It could be drawing. You're experiencing something rather than something that just sits on the shelf that you look at. So keep that in mind. You could join book clubs. You could schedule friend dates and go out and get a mani pedi. You could have game night with your family or your friends. We have played like during Corona. We scheduled charades on Zoom with our friends around the world because we were all quarantined and stuff. But that's not going to stop us from getting that together. Some people go out for happy hour drinks. Some people go to crafting parties. Some people go on group hikes and group camping trips. All sorts of stuff. You can make your sleep at night me time if you do it correctly. Studies show that the quality of your sleep is directly affected by how positive your thoughts are in your head at the time you go to sleep. That's why I always talk about an evening ritual is the morning ritual. When I lay down to go to sleep, I really meditate on the thoughts that I want to wake up to. So meditating on positive affirmations, positive thoughts, things like that, not only study show improve sleep quality, but they help you wake up in focus on what you want to accomplish that day, or the mood that you want to be in that day, or the self-esteem that you want to be rocking that day, and that confidence that you want to have when you wake up and you go out to attack your goals in the world. So like one thing I found is like expressing gratitude when I go to sleep really helps me wake up in a much better mood. Just being grateful and thinking thankful thoughts before I go to sleep, that's a great way. That's a great way to wake up. You're just going to wake up in a better mood. You're probably going to sleep better too, according to science. So give it a try. All right. What else can we do for me time, and why is it so important? Me time is going to benefit everybody in your life, your partner, your kids, yourself, your health, your stress, your anxiety, even depression. It can boost all the areas of your life. You should feel absolutely zero effing guilt about me time. It also sets boundaries on your time. It also makes you more aware of how you invest the time, your time on this planet, because it's up to you. Um, if you are constantly, like, I define me time as stuff that I do for me. Now, maybe that means I'm filming a podcast. Maybe that means I'm reading a book. Maybe that means I'm writing an article sometimes. But a lot of times it's just me shutting off the cell phones and doing something that I enjoy. It doesn't always have to be productive, but it is about me and not for somebody else. So while it may look like I film podcasts for the world or for all my clients, it's not. I do it for me. It's something I enjoy doing. I enjoy sharing my life experiences. I enjoy sharing stories. I enjoy connecting with people. Um, I enjoy getting feedback and learning what they want to hear on the next podcast. In fact, today's podcast was inspired by somebody right off of Facebook. I just straight up asked them, what should today's podcast be about? They said, how about a podcast about me time and why we shouldn't feel guilty for having it? Absolutely great idea. Excellent idea. I really enjoy riding my motorcycle, playing golf, even though I'm no good at it. It's a hobby that I don't do often. I'll tell you, maybe 2, 3, 4 times a year if I'm lucky. So I'm not trying to be a super good golfer, but my dad plays golf, and I want to be just good enough that I'm not completely annoying, and I know my way through the clubs, because when I do schedule in that time with my father, I know that's something that we have in common that we can go do. So, and also, I like getting out there alone, just you and the course and nature, and everything's green usually if you're at a decent course, and it's challenging. And I don't like to do it if I'm in a rush. If I'm in between appointments and things like, no, that's not the time. I want to take, if listen, I said I'm not a great golfer. It might take me 4 hours. And I'll let people play around me, whatever. I like to be calm, relax, and enjoy my experience. Kayaking, same thing. I want to have a good 4 to 6 hour block. I might just sit out in the middle of the lake and just sit there and just soak it in. Middle of the night, middle of the day, doesn't matter. Watch the wildlife, appreciate it. Appreciate the birds flying in. Appreciate this, appreciate that. It's the appreciation. Just spending some time with myself. I think being able to be alone and not constantly have to be with people or talking to somebody is one of the healthiest things that you can do for your life. It's also because it allows that depth of thought. It allows you to reflect on things that you want to accomplish. Another thing I like to do is work on my life plan. Everybody needs a life plan. Otherwise, you're kind of walking aimlessly. Everyone should know who they are or who they want to be. Everybody should know what makes them happy and the things that, they're less likely to enjoy. And then when you start creating your life plan, you could look at a 5-year plan, 10-year plan. You could look at a week-long plan, day-long plan. I got plans for days of the week. I got plans for weeks of the month. I got plans for certain months, and I got yearly, annual plans, and I've got 5, 10-year plans. And investing some time and working on those plans, it helps me learn where to put in me time, what I want to be doing with that me time, whether it's personal development, whether it's, furthering my education, whether it's unwinding, just engaging with hobbies that I enjoy, and like a craft. Like I consider like the art of playing guitar a craft. I consider painting a craft. Um, there's a lot of crafts out there, whether it's woodworking, um, quilting, doesn't matter what it is. Investing time into those is only going to make you better. Now, I don't want to do those things full time for a living. However, I do like them as hobbies. And I create space in my life for that, for these things. Um, I don't just like randomly decide like, oh, hey, I think I'm going to play guitar. Like I have me time. Now in that me time, I have options. I know I could pick up a guitar. Know I could go for a walk. Know I could go shoot some hoops all by myself at the park, just to kind of get my body active and be outside. I could spend that time with my kids. Like, hey, now my kids are older. All right, they don't need constant attention. I don't have, knee highs running around. My kids are grown teenagers or older, and so call them up. Hey, you want to shoot some hoops? Hey, you want to go ride motorcycles? And how I invest my time is really important to me. I'm really like, it's not selfish to be selfish. I read a definition one time of the word selfishness. If someone says you're being selfish, what they're really saying is that you're doing what you want to do instead of what they want you to do. Now, who's really being selfish? Think about that. If someone says you're being selfish, all they're really saying is you're not allowing their selfishness to win. This is my life. It's up to me how I live it, and I choose the boundaries, my time boundaries, my social boundaries, my relationship boundaries with each and every person I interact with on this planet. My goal is to create a life of happiness and a high quality of life, and to fulfill the things in this life while I'm here that I choose to do. Because I don't want to live with regrets, and I don't want to look back and be like, I wish I would have done that. I always wanted to do that, never did that. But instead, I'm going to look back and blame kids or a spouse or a job on why I never did something I wanted to do. That sounds miserable to me. I don't want anybody that I know to be miserable, especially anybody that have given us the opportunity to work with them to improve their quality of life through health, fitness, and all the benefits that come with that. So time management is essential. It's essential for success in business. It's essential for managing anxiety, depression, all sorts of things. What we spend our time doing really is a direct result on our overall health, mental, spiritual, emotional, physical. For every choice we make on how we invest our time, there is going to be a consequence. Now, consequence sounds like a negative word, but there's going to be a return on that investment. We'll put it that way. There's going to be a return on how we invested our time. You're either going to be happy with the return of that investment, or you're going to be dissatisfied. We would like everybody to be satisfied with the return on their investment. So when you think about me time, it's not about how much me time you get into a week. All right. Obviously, you can't have 40 hours a week of me time probably unless you're unemployed, or unless I don't know, you probably could if you were single and you didn't have much of a social life, things like that. But then maybe your life's still out of balance and you need to consider getting more sociable. I like to approach life as a balance. You can literally use Excel spreadsheets or Google Sheets or whatever that you choose to use, and you can put in how you spend your time throughout the week, and it'll kick you out a little pie chart if you know how to use it. And you can sit there and look at that pie chart and say, I'm spending this much time investing in my health and fitness. Health is important, y'all. Anyone tries to convince you to feel guilty for working on your health and fitness, they don't understand the benefits that's going to have even for them. I don't know who they are to you, but they need to love you enough to realize that you care about your life and that it's important. Number one, you just never feel guilty for taking care of your health. It is actually your life force. So, and that includes mental health as well. But you can look at a pie chart and say, yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm investing enough time in my health and fitness. Yeah, I'm happy with that investment. I'm happy with how much time I'm spending with my kids or my partner or my spouse, or I'm happy with my productivity at work and how much time I actually, put into work. And that's even more important for people that work from home. And in my experience, people that work from home or try to run their own business, small business, things like that, they're some of the worst time managers there are, because they come out of a structure where they're used to have an employer or a boss dictate how they manage their time on a job, and now they have to make their own schedule and hold themselves accountable for productivity. And that's a lesson I had to learn in the beginning, starting my own business. It takes some time to learn those skills and hold yourself accountable, but it also takes just as much discipline to say, yo, it's time to step back and go have some me time outside of being, you don't have to be highly productive every hour of the day. You don't have to be in the gym every hour of the day. You don't have to be up your partner's ass every hour of the day. It's going to lead to an unhealthy, unhappy relationship. Psychological studies have shown this time and time again. Spend a little time on Google, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's funny how a lack of privacy and me time is more of a problem in a relationship than the sex life. Sex used to be like ranked very high up on the charts. Sex and money used to be ranked very high for the number one causes of divorce in America. Me time, personal space, breathing room. It's not that I need space from you. It's that I'm giving all of me to you and I'm not giving any of me to me. How can I love you if I can't even love myself? You're not going to be good at loving people if you're clingy and you can't be without them, and you can't have me time. Once you learn to start balancing your life on the different things that you really need to be happy and really take a good hard look at it, one, you're not going to see any guilt. You're going to see opportunity, and you're going to be like, man, I should feel guilty for not taking me time. That's when you should feel guilty, because you're also going to help the others around you. You're going to be a leader by example because they need it too. It's not an opinion. There's studies after studies after studies that happier couples, happier people, more productive people, they have me time. You got to have me time. You just have to. If you want to learn more about how to transform your life, your fitness, your health, your physique, how to take yourself off of the back burner, put yourself on the front burner, and learn how to live a higher quality of life that's much happier for you and all of those around you, then go ahead and book a free consultation. Go to teamhotfitness.com. I will talk to you personally on FaceTime, and I'll also hook you up with a tree. I'm not giving you a tree, all right? But if you want to plant a tree, I think it's good for the environment. If you're allowed to plant, like, make sure you own the land and you have, we're getting off course here. Book a free online consultation. Your man right here. I'll talk to you directly. And then I'm going to hook you up with a free online training session with one of our global world-class personal trainers, and I'm sure that you're going to love it. We'll talk to you about what we think is best for you. You tell us what you want to achieve in life, and we're going to point you in the right direction. I look forward to talking to you guys more and reaching out to you on more social media accounts. We're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Go to our website. You can follow us everywhere. Please don't forget to subscribe. Share podcasts with your friend. Ask them to subscribe here. We're trying to get back up to 100 subscribers since we rebuilt this page and deleted all of our old videos, and we're coming at you with a whole new approach and talking about things that your personal trainer probably isn't even considering why you're not getting the results. How about me time? Are you getting me time? Because it does affect your results. It does affect your happiness, and it will affect your hormonal balance, which all come into play for an amazing transformation. And most importantly, your amazing life that it's your responsibility to build, and we can help. Teamhotfitness.com, everybody. Hope to see you there, and I hope to see you out there online. And when I do meet you, I hope you're killing it in life and smashing goals.